Hello and welcome. My name is Keegan and today we're starting a Bible devotional series. We're going to be walking through the entire Bible. So each day we're going to be reading a little section of the Bible and then we're going to be talking about it together. So today's verse, we're starting right at the beginning. It's with Genesis chapter 1. So in the beginning, there was God. The earth and all of creation yawned and stretched in its infancy, but it was not alone and abandoned. Genesis 1:2 tells us, "Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters." What a beautiful way to introduce the Holy Spirit. The counselor and teacher that Jesus promised to all men stirred up and coaxed creation on that very first day. The imagery is that of an eagle hovering over its young when they learn to fly. Deuteronomy 32:11 describes it like this: "Like an eagle that stirs up its nest and hovers over its young, that spreads its wings to catch them and carries them on its pinions." See, not only was the Holy Spirit active in creation, he was and still is lovingly and protectively teaching God's creation how to live and how to grow. And just as the eagle will swoop down and catch its children when their wings falter, the Holy Spirit will stir our hearts and convict our conscience when we stumble or fall. What a thought to remember. As we are talking about the beginning, we're at Genesis chapter 1. Even from those very first moments, even from the very first moment of our life, we are never alone. The Holy Spirit hovers protectively over us. He encourages us and to spread our wings and become all that we're destined to be. So I'd encourage you just to read Genesis chapter 1 and see how God's speaking to you today. But as you're going about your day, remember that you are never alone. You weren't designed to be alone. God is always with us, no matter what we're going through. Sometimes we struggle through things and we think that this is the time that God has turned his back on us, that this is surely the time that God is looking someplace else because everything is falling apart where I am. Even in those moments when we feel like we're plummeting to earth, he's right there, ready to catch us. But he's got to let us fall sometimes, because sometimes it's the fall that actually gets us to open up our wings and learn that we can be more than we thought we could be. So while the trials and the pains and the growing pains of coming into being all that we're supposed to be may be very painful at times, but God is with us, and there's a purpose for every scary moment. We may think that we're going to fall, but he's right there to catch us. So don't forget that today. Have a truly blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.